like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my quick recap of This Is Us Season 3 Episode 2. Y'all know this is a new show for me. I did not watch Season 2. I did do a quick car conversation recap of Episode 1. So I said for this one I would do it, sitting here even though it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I liked today's episode, was a good one for me. I'm going to go kind of by memory. I did not take any notes. I'll start with the younger versions of everybody. So we see in the younger version, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a Jaybird, because we are Jaybirds here, and be an active Jaybird, be an active Jaybird. So, like around, comments around, share around, all those good things, and do not forget to hit the notification bell to let you know when I have new content up. So yeah, we see, in the past for the Pearsons, this is after the father's death, after Jack has passed away, and you can kind of see that, Rebecca is not there fully, and I feel like that's what happened when anybody loses a spouse. So it was very, very real, and it's also, I think this is the reason, if y'all, my camera keeps going reddish, I don't know why, it's aggravating, but it is what it is. Just ignore it and listen to me. But yeah, it's very real. I think that's the reason I did not want to review the TV show before, because right around the time the show premiered was around the time my father passed away, and I'm looking like I ain't got time to be crying every week. So seeing this episode and seeing Rebecca be kind of just zombie-like and kind of going through the motions, and we see her first giving a letter to Randall from Howard University. So it's his, basically he's trying to see if he's going to be accepted, and of course he is, and he's very, very excited to be accepted to Howard, because he's going to a school where he can kind of get to know his black side a little bit more, because it's a predominantly historically black university. And so, he's happy, of course. He tells his black friends, the mom who he's known for years and her son or whatever, they're happy too. Like, oh yeah, come over later on, we can celebrate. We see that whole thing, and then we see Kate come in, young Kate, and she's like eating Pop-Tarts and shit, and she has a little bit of a belly. I'm like, she looked pregnant to me. It was really, I'm like, but I think, and I was like, okay, I guess that's the way of showing that she was bigger. But she was gaining some weight, so she's eating Pop-Tarts. And you can kind of see again how Rebecca's like looking like, okay, should I say something? Should I not say something? But she does not say anything. We see Kevin, of course, was being asshole Kevin. They go to look at a house. And they're going to look at a house. Again, it's just a weird vibe. Again, Rebecca's just in a whole state of, I don't know, my husband's dead. And as she's walking through the house, you can hear her having a conversation with Jack in her mind. And we're like, I'm like, where is that from? So she's walking around room to room, and like, yeah, it's a 3-bedroom house, or whatever. Oh no, that's fine, because Randall's going away to college pretty soon, and I'm pretty sure Kate will be going away to this school, and then and whatever. And then Kate says, well, no, I didn't send in my admission video, so I'm not going. And then Kevin like, yeah, and I'm not going anywhere either. And Rebecca's just like, and she doesn't say anything. And then you see Randall looking like, why is she not saying something? Like, that's kind of crazy. So she's out in the backyard, like looking at the little garden or whatever. And again, she's hearing conversations with Jack. And then Randall like, why aren't you doing anything? You told us that you would be there and do this and do that and do everything, and you're not doing nothing. Kevin is around here drunk. Kate's eating a whole bunch, and you're just not doing anything. And then she again is kind of like, what? Okay, it's time to go. She's just kind of numb, numb from it all. We do see Kate eating more. We do see, even Rebecca not saying much about it. We do see Kevin out on the football for a little bit drunk, and he gets so drunk he kind of stumbles into a theater. And he has this whole thing of hearing the crowd cheer for him. And so that's kind of how he got into acting. It was because he was looking for something to fill that void that he felt he was missing. And I think it's because he always wanted his father to like be there and give him more attention. You know, he's always not liked the fact that he has always felt like Randall has always gotten more attention being the black adopted sibling. So he's always been looking for validation through other things, other people. And now that his dad is gone, he can't get that attention from his father. He tries to get it somewhere else. He's not on the football field. Let me go get it on the stage, in the theater, as an actor. So we see that whole thing. We then see Rebecca telling, you know, Randall, hey, you know, I just need you to know that I'm not doing too good. Like, it takes all of the energy in myself to even get out the bed. Like, just even get out the bed and, you know, be around, walking around and whatever. She's like, after I do that, I have nothing left. And it's true. You know, when you lose someone, sometimes it do take all your energy to just open your eyes, to just put your feet firmly on the floor and walk to the bathroom to take a fucking shower. Like, I remember it, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, oh, that's so real. Like, it do take everything in you to just get up. And then sometimes you don't have the energy or the spirit to do anything else. And so she just was honest with Randall and that moment. Like, sometimes I just don't, I know you said like I'm not doing anything, but I don't even have it to give, because she was devastated because her whole husband died, okay? And so she brings up how before Jack died, we had went and looked at a house. So we then see the voices, the conversation we kept hearing her have was her and Jack walking through this other house like a month or two before the fire. And him wanting to move to a newer house, and she's like, no, you know, I love our old house, even if it's old and broken down or whatever. So it's the thing, like, she felt guilty, like, what if we had moved? Because we went and looked at a whole other house, and I said, no, let's stay. What if we had moved? So it's that whole thing of her consistently having the question of, if I had done this or that, things would have been different. So that was a whole little past thing as far as with the Pearsons. We also see past William. Past William is like 4 or 5 years sober, or whatever. He's nice and clean. And I remember the part that I watched when I stopped watching. I watched the first 7 episodes, like 7 or 8 episodes of This Is Us season 1. I hadn't watched anything from there, so I don't know when his father passed away. Excuse me, within the thing, but I do know he did pass away. And so this is his past. So this is William in the past, and he's sober. He's, you know, going his little what is it, AA or NA, with his little meetings or whatever. And he's sitting outside. He's in that old apartment, the apartment he used to live in, that we know that Randall and Beth has bought and they're trying to fix up. And he meets someone there. I think her name was Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's like Nigerian. She's there. She's moved in with a whole new baby or whatever. And this thinks, she's like, oh, no, I don't need no help. Leave me alone. I'm good. But he still ends up befriending her because he hears the baby crying. So he comes down with food. Like, okay, are you hungry? We can sit down, chit chat or whatever. And they became friends. So he had a friend who had a whole baby, and it was cute to see him holding the baby. I'm like, aw. So William had a whole little life, you know what I'm saying, before Randall came around. So that was cute to see him build this bond with this woman Gigi, and then Gigi's daughter too, and all that whole thing, and them being like a whole little family unit or whatever. And so now he's passed away. Gigi and Gigi's daughter is still there around. It's like a little Rexon or whatever. So because Randall's adoptive daughter, who I think was her name, why can't I remember her? And I remembered it when I was, hey Google, I remembered it when I was watching it, and I said, oh yeah, I'm going to, y'all gonna have to just, yeah, come with me, and then be okay with that. Like, whatever. What's her name? I'm mad because I can't remember it. So it won't tell me. But you know, this, I can't. I'm so mad because I can't think of what her name is. But you know, forgive me for not remembering the girl's name, but I had it in my head when I was watching it, and now I can't think of what it is, and I feel so stupid. But anyway, his adoptive daughter, who was living with him now, she's at the new school too with his two other daughters, and she's like, the school is just so white. Like, I miss my old drill team. Like, it's just, it's just different or whatever. And he's like, how about you just start, a team here? She's like, no, it wouldn't work. So then he takes her to the old neighborhood, to the little rec center where Gigi and her daughter is, so that she can kind of hang out with Gigi and her friends. So we see that whole thing. Now, what they're also all supposed to be doing is, Kevin is starting the movie, and they're all supposed to be going to his little, the opening night of it. So they're all planning to that in the evening. This was happening in the meantime, in between time. So, he's there doing that, and she gets there, sees Gigi. Gigi introduces the daughter to the daughter. So they playing around the other girl, like, oh yeah, like we over here stepping or whatever. Well, I'm not stepping, but I did majorette stuff or whatever. So they like bonding and hanging out and stuff. And it's cool because, again, Gigi is who William hung out with, before he death or whatever. And so he also was around the little girl or whatever. So it's like a whole little full circle moment. So when Randall is there, he's looking around like, why is it a mattress up against the wall? Oh, because it's to block the hole. Why is it a hole in the wall? Oh, because of the water. Why is the water? Because the pipes are leaky. What do you want? And it was a funny thing, like she like, the place is run down. So he was like, well, why don't, the street lights are out, like why isn't anyone fixing anything? We call the people every day. No one comes. It is what it is. And she's like, why don't you call the Congress or whoever? Call the state, the people, the governor, whatever, the councilman people. He said, all right, I will. Matter of fact, I'm going to go do it right now. So he leaves to call the counselor because of things that's wrong in the building and that has not been fixed. And he ends up tracking the man down who needs to have like a little haircut appointment or whatever at the barber. And so he goes to talk to the man, like, hey, my name is Randall. I own the building on the street or whatever. We're renovating it. My father used to live there. So once he passed away, I bought it. And so he and this other black guy who happens to be like the councilman or whatever is talking and bonding, like, well, yeah, my dad did this and my dad did that. And they're kind of comparing dad stories or whatever. And, he brings up how his dad always taught him to, to invest in this and do that and don't be backing down and stuff. And, it was like a grocery store or something that, his dad stopped from being closed, and then years and years later, he had to sign a bill to close it because it just wasn't economic, nor wasn't structurally sound. So he had to send a thing to like have it torn down. So Randall then brings up, well, hey, the rec center around the corner from the building, it has all these issues and no one's fixing it. So the dude then said, you know what? I'm going to send someone around there to do some work on it. You got my word. All right, because if you don't, I'm going to find you. I know you are. Like, all right. So he has that whole thing situated. So when he goes back to pick up his daughter, what is her name? And I don't want to call the wrong name, but I can't think of what it is. And I'm so mad because I was sitting during the show. But I'll maybe take notes next time and to get, new names and whatnot. Anyway, when he goes to pick her up, and he's like, I talked to so-and-so, because he also had like changed one of the street lights, so the street light came on, and he was trying to help. He was trying to help to be a part of the community. I'm saying, I'm fixing up things. I'm trying to be here and help do things. And Gigi told him, like, look, you are not a part of us. Like, you are not a we. Like, you don't even live here. You was here, and instead of sitting here and getting some of the people, you complained about everything that was wrong, and that ain't the way to do things. And I felt like she was ragging on him because he did not accept that things were wrong and not look at them as being wrong. But I'm like, but if there's a mattress on the floor and a hole in the wall, why can't he want to fix that? Like, I don't think him wanting to fix things means he isn't a part of the community. I get that you're saying he doesn't live there at all. He lives somewhere else. He's never lived there, but that he was adopted. And he's trying to come back and help. And you're only bringing your daughter here to, come visit or whatever. And then y'all gonna go back to where y'all go. I hate when people do that. When they try to make it seem like if you come there to help, you can't really help because you don't stay there. Like, if you're not here struggling with us, then you are a part of the problem, or you can't be a part of the solution. I felt like she could have worded it better. Because I felt like he then felt bad, like, well, damn, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Like, I just was trying to help, but you know what I'm saying, I gotta go because he gotta go to his brother's thing. So we see that whole thing with Kevin and Beth's cousin. I can't remember her name either. Forgive me. But they're, you know what I'm saying, messing around still. They kicking it, whatever, in the bed and all. And, you know, Kevin's like, you know, are you going out of town? I'm going to take you to the airport. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's fine. And he keeps trying to press the issue. She's like, no, you know, let's just keep this casual. Like, let's not make it more than what it is. And I'm like, Beth told you. Was it? Why I just got real confused real quick? Cause his mama's name is Rebecca, right? I ain't crazy at all, and I don't want y'all like, this girl don't even know what she's talking about. She's saying the wrong names. She didn't. Well, yeah, cause I'm thinking Rebecca and Beth. Okay, I just want to be sure that I wasn't tripping. Can they tell me the other girl's name? No, what character does she play? I'm not cutting this out either. What's her name on This Is Us? Like, it's telling me the girl name, but it won't say, like, who she play on the show. And it's stupid. Like, why not just tell me who she plays on the show? And I'm not cutting this out, y'all. So I'm like, I can't believe she took about 30 seconds to be like, you know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? I want to know her name. Deja. That's her name, Deja. I knew it. I kept saying Deja on the shit. Anyway, all discombobulated. Anyway, I was like, damn it, man, what's going on here? So I guess I can find a cousin name too. Is it Tess? No, it's not Tess. Tess is his damn daughter. See, this is why I was gonna do a car conversation and not no full sit down thing. Because I do a whole sit down thing. I need to know people's names. I don't know what. I think her name was Zoe. We're going to just call her Zoe, even though that's not her name. Anyway, but Kevin and Beth's cousin is in the bed, you know, and he's trying to make it more than what it is, and she's trying to make it less than what it is. And I'm like, Beth told you before that, you know what I'm saying, she eats men's alive, she's going to do that to you. So he like, you know what, it's cool, fine, I won't worry about it. So we see that whole thing. And for me, I can't remember much else that Kevin went through besides him wanting people to come to the little show thing and him kind of be a little bit sad that, you know what I'm saying, his sad piece, sex buddy, girlfriend, non-girlfriend, don't want to kind of be a little bit more. Now, Kate, on the other hand, Kate and Toby are still trying to have this baby, okay? They're having the whole in vitro thing. She's having to get these shots or whatever. But we know that Toby is also off his antidepressants. And I'm like, I don't get how she not thinking, if he off these antidepressants, how is that gonna make him change? Because that's a whole medication that puts him in a whole different mood. It could get crazy. So they are all going, you know, over to be with Kevin and whatnot. And she's like, I don't want my mom to know. Yes, let's not tell her. So when, you know, Rebecca and Miguel come over and they're in the refrigerator getting something to eat, and then they pulled out like some Jello pops. It was some weird food that she had her medicine stuff like hid in. And he's like, oh no, you know, you can't have that. And he's like, well, I just want a little pudding cup. I want a little pudding cup. And so he, you know, picks up whatever, the needle and the drugs fall out. Toby then says, I'm a heroin addict. Surprise. I'm like, you can't be talking about heroin. You can't be a whole heroin addict. Don't do that. So in the car, they now know, Mom knows and Miguel know that they're doing in vitro and she's getting shots or whatever. And Rebecca just cannot hold her tongue. Okay, I can't believe you guys are doing this. The risks are very high to, you know, for it not to work. I know people who are at your weight mass and how much you weigh and it doesn't work. So she's giving them all the reasons to not do it, okay? And the crazy part about it is I feel like Toby don't want to do it either. Toby did not want to get off his antidepressants. And, you know, Kate, like when it was in the Uber on the way to the house or whatever, Kate was having like little hot flashes or whatever. And they were just talking about how they like each other, whatever, and how when she looks hot, he gets hot too because he wants to think, because him thinking about her, you know, this little flirty stuff, whatever. But in the car now, when they're talking, you can see because he was a little jittery, like, you know what I'm saying, his leg shaking or whatever. So in the car, Toby looks a little bit irritated because Rebecca keeps like, you shouldn't do this, you should not do that, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't. And she has all the reasons as to why Kate should not do A, B, C, D, E, F, G with her body. And Kate and Toby are kind of not saying too much, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's our decision. We're going to do it. Don't worry about it. So when they get to Kevin's house or whatever, she's still talking about it. And he like, what's going on here? It's like, oh, well, they want to have a baby. And then, Kate then says, like, we know it has to be us because no one else is going to carry on Dad's legacy or whatever. And I'm like, well, that's some bullshit because truth be told, at the end of the day, Randall has 2 kids and he has instilled things that he's learned from your daddy. And I don't like when people do that. When they be like, okay, because he's our birth father, whatever, we have more to pass on than you because we can pass on his actual blood. Girl, the fuck about it. When she said that, I was like, Randall's gonna be pissed if he finds out that she said that, because even though she was saying that in the aspect of Kevin ain't having no kids, so I have to. But I'm like, you have a whole other brother who has 2 other kids, so it was like a disrespect because he was raised as a baby, which like he wasn't brought in. We was like 5. Y'all all came home from the hospital, birthed the same time, the same day, like. He was raised from birth as that been his daddy. So I'm like, that was some bullshit to say, Kate, you made me mad, girl. You know what I'm saying? Big girls unite. Don't talk. Shut up, girl. Made me all mad talking like that. And Kevin was like, what you mean? What? That's kind of crazy. Oh, Kevin, come on, you're not going to have kids. He do later admit, like, you know what I'm saying? He's probably true because some kids make him a little nauseous. But still, Kate was still just, Kate was talking from a place of hate. She was being a whole hater. Hey, hater. And so Toby is sitting there watching the whole argument. Kate is like, we know the risk. It's fine. It's my body. I want this. I'm doing it because I want this. Why can't you just accept that? And not only that, why are you now bringing up my weight when you never did that when I was younger? Like, you never talked about my weight when I was younger. Now that I want something, now my weight is an issue. Whatever, Mom. Toby was sitting there just quiet. I'm like, he gonna be tick, tick, boom, tick, tick, boom, tick, tick, boom. Shut up. Everyone just be quiet. We won. It's not about you. It's not about you, Rebecca. It's not about Kevin. It's about me and Kate. It's us. We won a kid. We lost a kid. We won a kid. And I'm like, damn, Toby. Okay, Toby. But again, Toby ain't always in that depression. So his mood stabilizes. It's no longer stabilizing his mood. So I'm like, I'm not surprised. And then he's like, you know what? I need to leave to kind of get myself together. So then he leaves. He's gone for a while to get himself together. So now the ending of it basically was everybody went to, the little premiere to watch Kevin's movie. What else? That's all that happened? I think that was all that happened. They went to the premiere. I want to be trying to find nothing in the middle. And if I did, forgive me. There was all at the premiere. Randall got there. Beth got there. They were all there. And Toby wasn't there yet. And, Kate was freaking out because he had to give her whole shot. So when Rebecca see her, is freaking out. It's okay. Do you have the stuff with you? Yeah. So Rebecca and Kate ends up going to the bathroom. And Kate is honest with her, saying, when your father died, I was just terrified about things happening to any of y'all because it was so heartbreaking. So I felt like I was too protective about things. I should have spoken up about your weight back then. And, I should have done something then, but I did not. And then Kate said, well, I was almost 18, so, it could have been whatever. So that whole thing, and she gives her the shot or whatnot. But she just says how, she's basically scared that something will happen because, in vitro and her having all that stuff is, anything can go wrong. And so she's just basically being overprotective. But they on better terms or whatnot, so it's kind of cool. Toby shows up, on time. He said he had to just clear his head or whatever. She's like, I've never seen you act like that. Like, what's going on with you? He like, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm like, no, girl. It's because he's no longer on his antidepressant medication. That's what it is, okay? And I feel like it's going to get worse, truth be told. So we then see them all sit down, of course, to watch the movie. And, when Kevin sits next to Randall, like, oh, yeah, Kate and Toby's having a baby, we were talking, and Kate said, how she would be the only one to, carry on Dad's legacy. And then he paused, like, she said, what? The fuck she say? Like, what? And he was like, what? She said, he's like, yeah, you know, she said whatever. I don't think Kevin realized what he said to Randall, or how Randall would have taken it, because Randall is completely like, I can't believe because what Kevin basically said was, she disregarded you was our sibling, and the fact that you already have 2 children, and a third within Deja, who's your new kid in the house, who you passed down things from mom and dad. Because at the end of the day, Randall has always been between 2 worlds. This black kid who was adopted by this great white family, and he's a part of that family, but also wanting to know his black side too, and not wanting to push away his white side of where he was raised with his parents or whatever. So it's a whole thing like, oh my God, it's kind of crazy. So now my own sister, who I've always had a great relationship with, said that she's the only one who can pass on our dad's legacy, as if I didn't even matter, as if me having kids, I haven't passed anything down, as in she's the only one, because only her and Kevin matter, not me. I'm like, well, I would have been mad too. Okay, I would have been all the way pissed off. And that's how the episode goes off. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm done, can't do any more. See you next week. Peace.
It's like love, 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 and music.